As we start today's episode, we are getting near the end of the regular season and taking a look at where things stand in the Western Conference. We currently hold the 12th spot in the conference, a game and a half back from a play-in spot. And going ahead into last episode where we simulated February, I really thought the season was over, but it isn't quite yet. What we're going to do today is we're going to play the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm going to simulate to March 26th. Or we'll say March 24th because the Spurs are also in that conversation. If we're still after these, 3.5 weeks in that play-in conversation, I'll stop. We'll go from March 25th on in another episode. But if by the time we get to March 24th, we're kind of out of it, I will likely be ending the regular season in today's episode. So without further ado, let's get to this Cleveland game by simming the next 4. And if we get any wins, I'll show you the box scores. So we ended up splitting these 4 games before our spotlight game today. We got a win against the Sacramento Kings, who of course sold at the trade deadline here. They wanted to put their hats in the ring for the Omar Santiago draft. Baldwin only took 11 shots, but Jalen Duren on 14 shots poured in 26 and 12. Nembhard had a really nice game, something we don't see a lot of, so I like it when we do see it. Also got a win against the Spurs, who were also in contention for this final play-in spot, and we got 4 players with 20 plus points. Baldwin with 22, 9, and 7. Jalen Duren just an automatic 20 and 10 guy, it seems. Bradford Reeves was on fire, 9 of 12, 4 of 5 from deep. He's really been turning it on. And then Andrew Nembhard, speaking of guys turning it on, he's got his field goal percentage over 40%, still doing worse both from the field and from 3 than last season. Definitely not out of the woodwork for being potentially our disappointment of the year, but if we can keep this going over the next month plus, yeah, he'll definitely be out of the running there. But Bradford Reeves shooting pretty much 40% from 3, pouring in 14.7 points. He is getting better and better as the season goes on along off the bench. I'm starting to really like the decision that we made to trade up for him in that draft, but that's all I've got for the pre-gameplay portion of this episode. Let's hop into this one against the Cleveland Cavaliers. On the road for perhaps the last game we will watch here in this season 2. Back more to a more traditional type of episode today where we'll just watch the game in its entirety. I'll show you the cut up clips of the highlights as we see Jackson Baldwin getting us started, and then a nice defensive effort on the other side to force the Donovan Mitchell miss. Leads to Jackson Baldwin, a tough take in transition, but he gets it to go. And as we end, or as we get close to ending season 1, I should say, I just really am excited to see Jackson Baldwin, what he's going to become in a year 2 when he's been so dominant all year long and plays like that, attacking downhill. If he can add more stuff to his bag, he could truly become one of the best players in the league. Cleveland's going to get themselves a 3rd straight 3 here from Darius Garland to take the 6-9 lead. Baldwin trying to answer back with a 3 of his own, but that is not quite his shot. So that one is off the mark. Donovan Mitchell the other way, defended by Cam Reddish, and I think defended pretty well, but he's going to get the shot up and in. Regardless, that's a tough man to guard. Reddish finds a wide open Haywood. He missed that one pretty ugly. He continues to be cold for us here in these spotlight games. Mitchell going inside. Somehow got that up without getting it blocked. And now Cleveland has doubled us up early. Baldwin, he's been the only one able to get the ball to go in for us here. And he does get that one to go up to 8 points for him. A Coro with a step back three. All right. Yes, he's capable of that, though. That's certainly not his strong suit. Baldwin trying to run some pick and roll with Duran, and he gets that to go with the foul. He is trying to single-handedly keep us from getting blown out here in just the first quarter. Nobody else showing up offensively, but he's doing his thing. He's also taking a ton of shots. You're seeing all of his makes, but he did have quite a few misses in here as well as he hits that hook shot. Garland, he gets by Dion Haywood, finds some space in the mid-range, and it drops in for him. His jump shot falling a bit well here in the first. Cam Reddish left open for three. That one falls, and it took until 5 minutes into the first quarter to get our first non-Jackson Baldwin bucket here. But glad for any contributions we can get here as Mobley gets that to go underneath. Backups enter the game. Nemhard. Pick and roll with Felder, who does find the space to slam it home underneath. Staying within 5. Bradford Reeves, nice up and under move. Can't get the finish, but I like the move. And Felder cleans it up for him. We're up to 20 points. Green, he's got that one in from deep. Playing a little bit hurt here in today's ball game. Beasley, that's stolen. Nice defense there from Felder. On the other end, Reeves pulling up from three, and he hits it. That's the kind of shot that I think only he's making on this team. Gonna go for it again here. This time, can't get it to go, but I do like that he's being aggressive and finding some good space here. This time, though, he's gonna throw it straight to Cleveland. And the other way, Beasley, the layup in transition falls. The lead balloons to 9. Nemhard, he actually makes that shot. He shoots that, wouldn't say a terrible amount, but not infrequently either. And he rarely makes it. We'll just say that. At the end of the first quarter, Felder forced to take a contested mid-range jumper, something he is not good at making when he's open. But he can drop that one home. Garland puts up the 3 to end the first, and it is off the mark. So Cleveland will take a 4-point lead into the second. I think we played fairly well in that first quarter. It's just the starters, other than Baldwin, failed to really contribute scoring the ball. Baldwin somehow gets that into Duran. I think that was a lob attempt to Okiki, but I'll take the Duran basket. Lob attempt the other way is tipped by Felder. And Reddish dishes to a wide open Baldwin in the corner. No good on the long range shot. I really hope Baldwin's three-pointer increases a bit going into next season so we could at least make the wide open ones like that more often as Mobley scores on the inside. Felder misses the point blank layup. What a sell from him, dude. That should have been an easy shot. And on the other end, Allen slamming it over Jalen Duran, just checked in. My goodness. Allen again, this time over Felder. We've got some bodies to report here, and now Baldwin on the cut, gonna slam it home himself. 15 points of our 32 tonight. Getting doubled in the post. He's gonna draw the Jarrett Allen foul here. A lot of inside scoring going on here in this portion of the game. This time we're gonna see a jumper. Baldwin hits it. Pure. We're back within 4. Baldwin sees the double coming and pulls up from mid-range again and hits another. 21 points on a ton of shots, but he's still shooting above 50%, so I don't mind it. Leaner by Darius Garland falls for him. But he hasn't had the best night. He had kind of a good start, but he really struggled in the second quarter to get things going. But Reddish had a good start to this game from 3. That was his second. And speaking of threes, Mobley on the pick and pop drops that one in as well. Fancy pass from Garland out to Beasley, who's going to fire this 3 off the screen. And it is good. Cleveland leads by 9. Baldwin dishes it inside to Duran. Thought about taking the shot, but he finds our center instead. A little bit quiet for him, as that was really weird here. In editing, I figured that it was a charge, but in the moment, I had no idea what happened in that play. It just went from he's dribbling the ball to they're showing me Nemhard stats, but I think that was a charge. Reeves in transition gets the bucket, gets the foul, and I really like what I'm seeing from Reeves here towards the end of this season. I think he's become a lot more confident in his ability to score the ball, and sometimes, you know, that's going to result in maybe some bad shots, but we just need somebody willing to take some shots here, as that could have been a sweet alley-oop had we been able to get that to go. And instead, the transition basket goes to Cleveland. Garland inside finds Jamichael Green for 2. Lead up to 8 for Cleveland. Reeves running some pick and roll. Finds some space from the mid-range. It's too strong on that shot. Duran does get the rebound, though. His putback is good. Only 6 points with 2.5 left in the second, though. Only 3 shots. I'd like to see him get more involved for sure, as Darius Garland slams it over Bradford Reeves. Been complimenting Reeves a lot today, but that's part of the reason he hasn't had a bigger role this year, as he misses this 3 right here, is just his defensive ability or lack thereof. I think he's got good enough size at shooting guard to eventually be a solid defender. I think he just needs development there. Christian Brown dribbling all over the place. Pumps, gets Okoro in the air, and he does drop in the 2 following the pump fake. Last shot here for Cleveland in the first half. Beasley is blocked by Duran. So Cleveland will actually get one more shot, it looks like. Have 1.1 seconds to hoist it up. Yuta the shooter to rebound. Did I say to rebound? I meant to inbound, obviously, but that shot is no good. So Cleveland extends its lead by an additional 2 points here in the second. But I really like how competitive we're playing this team, as Jared Allen's going to get this second half started with a bang on that alley-oop. Baldwin spinning, shooting, and hitting on the response. Up to 23 points on the night for JB. And that was horrific defense. Probably the worst defensive possession of the night there. We just gave Darius Garland a free rush to the basket. Speaking of rushes to the basket, Baldwin are going to get that layup to go. It's been your typical Baldwin performance, I'd say. When he's attacking the rim, he's hitting. When he's not, not so much. But man, this Darius Garland guy starting to heat up. And I think a big reason that we were competitive in the first half is that Garland was kind of cold, but he is not cold in the third. Up now to 9 of 19. He was 4 of 13, remember. But there we go. Jackson Baldwin hitting it from deep. And when he steps in confidently to his 3-point shot like that off the dribble, it feels like it goes in a decent amount. That's a sick alley-oop. But on catch and shoot, or when he's kind of hesitant about pulling the 3, he seems like he always misses it. That's a hook shot that goes in. That's a shot that he's definitely developed throughout the year. He was missing that constantly in the summer league and in the early season, but he keeps making it more and more. Chumo Kiki with a great defensive effort. Can't fully come up with the steal, but he's gonna force Cleveland into coming up with a shot quickly here. It's gonna be a deep 3 from Garland. Deion Haywood, nice position. Baldwin with the rebound. He's going the other way. He's gonna take it aggressively and shoot over Garland. 4-2. Could we see a 50-point Jackson Baldwin game? That would be pretty fun, as the laning 3-pointer by Garland off the screen is good. That's just, I don't know how we're supposed to defend that man. And then on the pick and roll, Mobley is good. And yeah, in this third quarter, now that Garland has started to heat up, it has become significantly more difficult to keep Cleveland off the scoreboard. This guy, I will say, we've watched some, really good players, including just a couple episodes ago, Luka dropped 40 on us. But never has it felt more helpless to guard somebody than it did Darius Garland here in this third quarter. If you sagged on him just a tiny bit, he's shooting and he's hitting, as is Bradford Reeves on this corner three. But if you play him, he's going to hit his roll man, Evan Mobley or Jarrett Allen, with just perfect precision, man, and just seems impossible to guard. He is off the court now, so this is a chance for us to come back. Bradford Reeves, a nice drive to the lane, but his layup attempt is too strong. Down by 8 here. Mitchell stepping back and hitting the three. That hit about everywhere on the rim and backboard it could before going in. Mitchell again for 3 this time. It's too strong. In transition, Christian Brown with it. Going inside and just shooting over Donovan Mitchell. That's worked a few times for us this game. That is downside of Donovan Mitchell. He's pretty small for his position. Bradford Reeves with a nice floater there. We've been able to just shoot it right over the top of Mitchell several times tonight. Christian Brown, nice take here with 18 seconds left in the third. And Cleveland's going to play for the last shot here. Down by 5. We've trimmed off 1 point from their lead here, trying to keep it that way, and we'll do just that. Mitchell off on his 3-point attempt. So we've got a 5-point deficit going into the fourth. This is honestly a lot better than I was hoping this team would play, or at least expecting. I'm always hoping this team to play well, but whenever we've played kind of the playoff caliber teams, we seem to not really feel like we're in line with them at all, as that's a nice block by Felder. But hasn't been the case this time. For the tie, Cam Reddish splashes home the 3. He's been hitting quite a few threes today. It's been a good help from the perimeter for sure. Garland the other way. He's just going straight to the basket, and Felder gets a second consecutive block. Brown pulling up from mid-range. He misses it, but Felder with the putback. What a sequence from him. And we have the lead for the first time since, before the game even reached 10 points. Brown, wide open. No, that would have been huge. Garland finds an open Okoro, top of the key. Splash. Cleveland retakes the lead. Brown gets another attempt at 3 here, and this time he gets it to go down. Lead is back in our hands. Okoro driving in. Nice defense by Brown this time. Rebounded by Felder. We're in transition. Brown pulling up. Bang! He hits another one, and we have a 5-point lead. We're on a 13-3 run to start this quarter. Garland trying to put an end to it, and he will. That's it. Dude, you just can't stop him. I don't know how he was 4 for 13 at one point. I honestly don't, because this guy is too flipping good. And Felder able to get himself a 3-point play opportunity. Reddish again from 3. He's been good tonight, but can't find its way home there. In transition, Mitchell, you can't leave that guy open for 3. And we pay for it. Down to a 3-point lead. In transition again, Mitchell pulling up in the mid-range this time. How do you defend that? I honestly thought the defense was about as good as it could have been there, but it was not good enough. What is that shot? It's a shot that goes in is what it is. This hook shot. Man, is he going to start pulling out like sky hooks in year 2 and become flipping, Hakeem the Dream? I don't know what's going on. And Allen missed the first shot there, but ends up getting a second chance, which he does not waste. Garland to Okoro. Cleveland with a chance to take the lead. Off the dribble. Too strong. Jared Allen with the rebound, though. He does put it back in. Cleveland takes the lead back with 6 minutes left. What a pass by Baldwin to help Felder get around Jared Allen there. That was perfectly placed. We get a 3-point play from it. Trying to hit Okiki up top. This one was snuffed out by Jarrett Allen. Duran, he has a mismatch in the post, and he goes for the fadeaway. No! Duran, back the dude down. He's 6'1". You're 6'11" and 250 pounds. Cleveland ties it up at 98 apiece. 4.5 left. Baldwin, isolation. Going for the hook shot again. No, but Duran with the putback. We get to 100 with 4 minutes remaining. Garland trying to go in on Dion Haywood, and that one is rejected. Baldwin. No, don't take that. And he missed it. That was not surprising. And then, of course, we're going to get a mismatch here. Evan Mobley, easy baskets on the inside. And that was not a clean pass there to Duran. He's forced to try to post up Allen, and he steps out of bounds doing it. No. Now with less than 3 minutes left in the tie game. Mitchell, that's a tough shot. It's not going to fall for him. We're going the other way. Baldwin, going to take it himself. Pull up from the mid-range over at Garland. What's up with us just having these mismatches and doing nothing with them? That's a nice play by Duran. Wow, what a defensive effort there. Haywood, he's being left alone, and he still can't hit it, dude. That's it. If we play another episode this season, he's not starting. That experiment is done. The dude is on the court to shoot, and he just can't do it. There's one thing that this episode has made clear is I know who our disappointment of the year is. It's Dion Haywood, man. And I really wish you guys could have seen his first start, because I watched it to see if the experiment would work. Didn't record it, and he was awesome. But every game since, he's been terrible. The dude can't shoot, and that's the reason we put him in as a starter. The only one. Duran's going to draw himself 2 free throws here. On the aggressive move inside. The first is good. The second is as well. Trimming the lead to 3. That's a beautiful block. Wow, I got to see that one again. Just said, are you kidding me? To that attempt, holy. Garland forced to take the deep 3. It's no good. Under a minute left. What can we do? Duran, the hoop and the arm. He is going to the line for a 3-point play. Talked about him being the most clutch player on the team last episode, and this coming to fruition once again as he hits the free throw. Scored the last 5 points for us. 3 for 3 from the free throw line is also big. Winning shot. It's in by Darius Garland. 32 seconds left. These teams trading buckets. Baldwin, it's good. We're tied once again at 107 apiece. 20 seconds for Cleveland to come up with something. And of course, they're going to put it in the hands of Darius Garland. He's been their best player this whole half. And he gets the off the dribble 3 shot to fall. 110 to 107. We've got only 3 seconds. Something needs to happen quick. Get it to Reddish, and it's good! With 8.8 seconds left, he ties it up again at 110 apiece, and we're going to overtime. Garland almost made that shot. That would have been ridiculous if he had. Jalen Duran hitting the tough shots, making the tough defensive plays, and then Cam Reddish hitting the corner 3. Start overtime here. Okoro from deep 3. Baldwin with a nice D, and we do get the rebound in the end. Nembhard, he comes in for Haywood in overtime period. That wasn't my decision, but I think it's a good one. He's not much of a scoring threat either, but he does pass and defend better than Haywood, and if Haywood's not scoring, he's not doing anything better than Nembhard. Nice defensive possession there from Baldwin, but the alley-oop pass was too high from Okiki. Baldwin. Dude, why are people so afraid to back down Darius Garland? Why, does he, tickle your balls or something when you're in the post? Like, why do people just instantly go for the fadeaway? I don't know what's going on. Baldwin. This time he backs down. He backs down the bigger defender, but he refuses to do it to Garland. Garland on offense. He's been a terror. That leading mid-range shot is good. It's back down to 2 points. Baldwin with it once again in the post. Going against Okoro. That mid-range shot is good. I feel like when he does the turnaround mid-range shot after backing down, it has a really high success chance. But when he just like goes straight for it, no. He doesn't always make it, but... And one here for Evan Mobley. Under 2 minutes left. And it's a 1-point ball game. Baldwin to Duran. Out to Nembhard. Back to Baldwin. Shot clock winding down. We find a wide open Cam Reddish. And it's just no good. That would have been a huge shot to secure this victory. Mitchell, he missed it. Allen with the rebound. He missed it too. What defense? They're on the inside by Jackson Baldwin. This time Baldwin to Duran. Reverse slam is in. We're up by 3. Under a minute once again. Need a stop here. Can we get it? Garland. Getting doubled. Mitchell hits the mid-range shot. But obviously we still have the lead after that. They're going to foul Jackson Baldwin here. Under 30 seconds. 2 for 2 here would be massive, of course. First one is good. Now free throw number 2 is up and in. 120 to 117. Now we need the stop. And we decide to foul Jared Allen. But once again, it's a 2-point attempt for Cleveland. They're not worried about taking the threes quite yet. They're content to trade twos, I guess, for at least one more possession. But Allen needs to make this second one, or else the Cavs could be in trouble here. And he does. And Baldwin's inbounding, which means he doesn't get to take the free throws. Don't love that. Nembhard's not a bad choice to take the free throws either, though. Need to see 2 for 2 from him here, and the first is good. Second free throw is up and good. That's what I'm talking about. No threes. Guard the 3-point line. I can't imagine Cleveland is wanting to go for another 2-and-2 possession here. They got to be thinking 3 here. Nembhard. No, we left Donovan Mitchell wide open. He missed it, but we didn't get the rebound. Okoro, another shot, and he missed it too. This time we do grab the board, and that should be the victory. Okiki would go 2 for 2, and we would come into Cleveland and beat the defending champions in overtime. What a game. My favorite watched game, I think, so far, just because of how young guys like Reeves and Brown were big-time contributors. Baldwin making good plays down the end, as well as Duran. And just the caliber of team that we were against, right? We've had close games before, of course, but this is a team that just won the NBA championship. And I think if this ends up being the end of the year, or if we end up having one more episode, either way, this is a game that you can build on and start to look forward to next season. Taking a look at the box score, we didn't have as much from Mitchell. I think that's a big-time contributor. Both Baldwin and Garland took 34 shots here. Duran only took 9. Reddish 15 points on 5 of 10 from 3. He was awesome. Reeves actually wasn't super efficient, but I did like the flashes that he showed for sure. Nembhard gave us 9 assists. Deion Haywood, that experiment is done. Now it's time to get to March 24th or get all the way to the end of the season. When I'm done with the simulation, you'll see which place we got to, but Time for me to simulate these games, and we would end up not really being competitive for the play-in. So we would simulate for the rest of the regular season, and you might see that we have one game left, and that's because if you simulate the last game, it goes straight to kind of all the awards, and I want to do that next season. We'll be looking at all the player stats, the awards, a final draft preview, announcing our surprise and disappointment of the year. Disappointment's going to be... I think everybody already knows who that is. But that's all I've got for this episode. I will be back soon with another, and I will see you then.